I also remember at the same time that the injury happened, Kobe had this like heartfelt Instagram post, well, all over social media for you. I mean, kind of just
it's right there. It's right there in the back. It's right there in the back. You see it like right there.
Oh, okay. Got it framed.
Yeah, that's the frame.
Is that too far? I was gonna have you read it, but that's too much.
It's cool.
Is that something you had done?
Oh, my mother-in-law had it done. So it's the Instagram post that he wrote to me, which was incredible because, like I said, for him to basically, it's Kobe Bryant. And so he's obviously one of the greatest players to ever play and has like so much. So it's so busy, so much to do for him to take the time to write that and post that. And, that was really cool.
Right. And I mean, you guys were friends, he also took the time, I think early on, right after retirement, to get together with you and work out. Right. I mean, was that the beginning of, would you say, of you guys' friendship?
Yeah, I'd say that was the beginning of our relationship. After the year that he retired,
after he hit you for 60.
Yes, after he hit me for 60.
Okay.
After he hit us for 60.
Okay.
I was actually at your wedding.
Right.
In Newport, and just thought like, man, it would be like, what if like, because I think you or JP or somebody mentioned like he lives right around the corner or whatever, and it's like, man, it would be like, what's he doing right now? Like it'd be sweet to hit, like if I could train under him or just like in the gym with him for a little bit, and I wonder if he would do it. And I didn't think that he would, but just somehow my assistant coach had somebody that could basically hit him up, and we hit him up. I hit him up and was just like, hey man, would you be willing? Could I get in the gym with you? Would you be willing, to give me a couple, 3 or 4 days or whatever? And he was like, yeah, sure.
When you texted him, how long did it take him to text you back?
I think it was like a couple hours probably, but it was certainly, that like when you want a girl to text you and you're like checking your phone like every 2 minutes. And then like your mom texts you and you're like, man, mom, like stop texting me.
Right. I'm waiting for something more important.
Yeah, but we worked it out, and I think it was, like I said, amazing for him to take the time, no doubt.
Now I got to dig deep here into the details. Like, so how did this go down? Like, where did you guys work out? Where were you living at that point in time? And where did you guys like link up? How did it go down, man?
I was in Utah. We stayed there that summer, and he was in, what is that, Pelican Hills area or something like that. Right. And so I went out to Pelican Hills. I went out there with my assistant coach, Johnny Bryant. And the first day we met at a gym. It was just at a random school.
Right.
And I think it was like 7 or 7:30. And I was still a little bit nervous to be training with Kobe. There's like these legendary workouts you hear about.
Right.
And so I'm thinking like, I better be ready. So I was up like, we wanted to get there early. We got there like 6. It's this private school. Okay. It's like this private school at 6 a.m., like nobody's there. And here shows up 2, random men at the door, and nobody's around. It's like we're trying to break in, and the janitor answers. And, I think Johnny Bryant was like, hey, we're here to work out with Kobe Bryant. And he's like, okay, sure. And he like shut the door on us. And we're like looking at each other like, no, we're serious. So we like knocked again, and he's like, oh, Kobe would have been gone by now. Like, I don't know why you think would be working out at 7. And we were like, well, he told us to meet us here. So would you mind if we just, waited in the gym? And the gym that was there didn't have any lines in it. Mm-hmm. So we were also thinking like, how is this going to work? It was being redone. Right. So there was no lines. It was literally just a hoop.
Mm-hmm.
We're in there. Like I said, it was like, we were supposed to meet him at like 7 or 7:30 or something. I don't remember, but it was like 30 minutes go by, no Kobe, no text, no anything. So I'm thinking like, all right, well, we started warming up. Right. I was like, is this dude good? Is he coming? Is he blowing us off? Like, what's going to happen? So we start warming up. Like 15 more minutes go by. So now we're like at 45 minutes later, and so then finally I'm like, should I text? Like, I'll text him. Let me just text him, make sure. So he's coming. So I was like, hey man, like we still like, are we at the right place? We're at the school. He's like, oh, you're there? All right, I'll be there in like 5 minutes. Right. And then we were like, all right, okay, cool. Shows up, 5 minutes later, literally like takes off his shades, like laces up his shoes. He's like, well, let's go. And that was it. And we worked for like 2 hours that day and talked nothing about basketball. As soon as we were done, he was like, all right, see you tomorrow at 5:45. I'll send you the address, and just dips.
That's it.
And it was like, and that was it. And it was like, what the hell just happened? Like there was no small talk, no nothing, none of that.
Right.
And and then at the same time, I'm thinking like, man, this dude just like made me wait 45 minutes. How's he gonna get there at 5? Like I'm not getting up at 5:45. He's gonna be an hour late. You know what I mean? Like, so then we worked out for another 2 days. It was at a different place. He was there 15 minutes early. The next 2 days, he talked to me before, talked to me after. We watched film. I mean, he was great. And I think what he was doing was he was testing me. Like that had to be what it was. Like he was basically like, all right, I'm going to wait to see if this guy's for real. Like, what's this guy about?
Right.
Before I just open up. Because if I was BSing, I'm sure he would have been like, man, I'm not working out with you. Like, you don't want this.
Right.
But I'll always remember that. Like that was something that was pretty special. And I was dead tired after those 3 days, man, dead tired.
Right. And now if you were to tell us what his overall basketball philosophy was, I think you told me about how he watched a lot of film of like 3 guys. I think you said Jordan. You guys watched a film of Jordan, Bird, and someone else. Maybe
Jerry
him.
West.
Oh, Jerry West.
Yeah. That's
great, man. Give me one little tidbit. What kind of car did Kobe pull up in?
I think the first day I don't remember. Like I said, he was in and out. Like I didn't see. I think the second day I think he. Oh, what's up, Cyber?
Oh, what up, Cyber?
I think the second day was just a Range Rover or Land Rover or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I was wondering if you pulled up in a Ferrari because I know you bought one last year, and it just got me to thinking about the fact that you drove that Honda Accord your first 3 years in the league, man.
That's right. I had to make it to the second contract before I could splurge a little bit.
Okay.
Plus, I like that Honda Accord. I thought I blacked it out, a little coupe. You know what I mean? The rims were darker.
And that's when you had that BS hairstyle too.
Now, hold on a second. Are we going to start talking about each other on this podcast?
All right. No, I take it back, man. Get out my way.